The problem with the winter in Egypt, that it doesn't snow. I've never had a snow fight here in Egypt. But there is a lot of rules will be discussed later in this vlog. You maybe disagree with me, and that's totally normal, I understand that. But if you are a person who really hates the winter, it's hard to be friends. Also, there is another con that would be also in any country in the winter, that there will be less exposure to the sunlight, so maybe vitamin D will be a deficiency in it. But there's a lot of solutions, like you can eat a lot of fish, a lot of dairy products to enhance this vitamin, and that's why it's suggestible that to eat full cream foods and a lot of cream, or I mean a lot of healthy fats in particular. The healthy fats in the winter is so beneficial. But the sun here in Egypt usually appears in the winter, and maybe that's why there is no snow in the winter here in Egypt, except in very rare times.
Feels so good to be free, to be accepted for who you are and loved no matter what. I don't know if anybody understands what that feels like. No matter what you've been through or where you've been.
Who agree even the coffee tastes much better in the winter? So I would prefer to speak about the most important benefit of living in the winter and to enjoy it. It's your ability to fight the diseases and the inflammation, to reduce the inflammation. There's a section in your DNA, in your genetics. This section is responsible for reduce the inflammation and for reduce the infections and the possibility of the infections, and reduce the ability to have any diseases. And this section only be activated in the winter, in this season, because it's the most season that occurs the flu and the cold and all of this stuff. Think about your ancestors, how they have survived even a very severe weather, very more than this that we are living in. How they survived, and why we are here breathing now. Maybe because of they have did it. They let their body act normally to function properly. And that's what you are doing it while hiding from this weather, while keeping yourself warm more than enough and more than the normal, so your body will not function properly, and this genetics will not be working, because there is no need for it. And while enhancing your immune system, you also see less people, less cars, so that means less pollution. You see the sky is clearer, especially in the night. You smell purer air. A lot of people would say that there are a lot of things that can be done in the summer, but it's hard to be done in the winter, like swimming. Of course not. sometimes it's raining in the winter, and I can't speak about the rain as a con because it's an actual goodness. Maybe driving in the rain could be a little bit trouble, especially if the car is not very stable. But let's speak now about some pros. In the winter, your body generates heat to warm the body, especially when it's shivering. When it's shivering, this body produces a lot of energy to keep the body warm as the temperature outside. So it could be beneficial for burning fat, and I can also enjoy a good bowl of ice cream. Here is it. I really love to eat this frozen desserts more in the winter. It's the Belgium chocolate. I have reviewed this ice cream before, this flavor before in this blog. If you haven't watched it before, but it's in Arabic. And also there are subtitles. There are English subtitles in it, so you may enjoy watching it. I'll put it up here on the left, up here. Check it out. It's really great flavor. I love the flavor so much of this store. They're really good at doing it. It's really so great. I'm feeling like I can eat a whole kilogram of it alone. The flavor of it is really awesome. And I've said before that the key behind the awesome flavor indeed is the ingredients. The ice cream, the natural ice cream, indeed has to contain an awesome amount or a good amount of the whey protein concentrate to enhance its texture and the flavor of it. One of the worst cons for me to live here in Egypt in the winter, that there are very few of people who enjoy this weather and this environment as it is, not escaping from it. Who take this weather and this season for their advantage, not that instead they are weakening their immune system, they are weakening themselves. And if you try to get into any public transportation here in Egypt, you'll find that the people inside they are nearly suffocating. They are just breathing the breath of each other. Let me show you. I'm lucky now. Do you know why I'm lucky? Because I have got a seat beside the window, and this is the only reason that can let me escape from this suffocating inside. Before I open this window or this window, look, all of them are closed. All of them are closed. Even the seats are full. Also, they will be closed. It's like it could be like a room of sauna, especially in the night. Something that's really determinal. How did they do that? And that's why I've said that we can be friends if you are a person like this. Because I usually in the winter I'd love to drive with the full speed, with the windows are open. So maybe you can't stand this easily. Resting like this while watching a movie and having a mocha or hot chocolate is maybe all I need. This thing enhances the sleep so much. Despite it may contain caffeine, it also enhances sleep very well. I feel like that I could sleep in less than a second.